Hi guys, this is Rosie with Heartstance LLC. Wanted to jump on today and share a word of encouragement with you. We have been with Heartstance. We have been writing God stories for 3 years, sharing those God stories online, and for the last 2 years in our His Story magazine. And we like to write. It's plain and simple. We like to write. We believe that writing is a way that we encounter the Lord, and it's a way that we engage with the Lord. It's a form of intimacy with our relationship with the Lord. And then writing is a way that we can help encourage, inspire, and bring hope to other people. So along the lines of writing, my encouragement for you today is I want you guys to know that writing is revelation. So what does that mean? A lot of times, I don't know about you, but I know for me, a lot of times I have thoughts and ideas and concerns and life stuff. And I am consistently asking the Lord, what do I do in this situation? Or trying to figure out how do I do this? Or what do I do? Or where do I go? Or what are all the things I need to do? That can be overwhelming. And especially for me, like an idea person and strategy person, I want to figure it all out. What I have found over time and have learned in the Bible is that writing is revelation. So that when I write, it brings the revelation that I need. So if I'm having an issue, if I'm having a concern, if I have a problem I'm trying to work through, if I'm trying to figure something out, or if I have emotional things like hurts or hangups or wounds, or a relational issue that I'm trying to understand or process, writing brings the revelation that I need. This is biblical. There's one of my favorite verses, probably my favorite verse in the Bible is Habakkuk 2:2. And it says, write the vision and make it plain. I'm going to backtrack. Write the vision on a tablet, make it plain so that at the appointed time, people may run with it. People hear this verse and they think, great, write the vision. You know, what vision does God have for me in my life? Write it down. That's true. But the context of this verse is that Habakkuk in that time, he was a prophet and there was chaos and destruction happening in his town. Literally chaos and destruction, wars, enemies coming at them and taking the people out. Literally just war, destruction, chaos in this time. And Habakkuk was going to the Lord every day and saying, God, what's going on? Like, where are you? Why are you letting this happen? Can you please give me a revelation? Can you please give me a word? Can you please show up? And that's why I love the verse is because, and the book in general, it's because Habakkuk was running to the Lord and saying, God, like, can you give me a word? Can you give me a revelation? And then Habakkuk kind of got to a point of frustration and he said, okay, God, I need to hear from you. So I'm going to go to a rampart. A rampart is a watchtower, or it's kind of a little elevated, like a watchtower. And he said, I'm going to go to that rampart and I'm going to station myself there. And I'm going to watch, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to pray to see what the Lord has to say to me. And what he was doing in this situation, and he was saying, okay, God, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of concerns, a lot of worries, a lot of fears, and I'm genuinely concerned for the people. But sitting in this place in all of these emotions, it's not getting me anywhere. So I'm going to position myself in a place where I can hear from you. I'm going to go to a rampart, which is elevated. And I'm going to go to a place that's a little bit of a higher ground where I can get a little bit of a different perspective, where I can hear you a little clearer, where I can see everything from a different view. Don't you know that when you're on a rampart, when you're at a high level, you can see a much bigger view. You can get a much bigger perspective. So that's what Habakkuk was doing. He was getting a much bigger perspective. And then he said, I'm going to watch, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to pray. So he had to get away from the noise. He had to get away from the chaos, away from the destruction. And then he had to wait and on the Lord and ask the Lord, what revelation do you have for me? Now, I love that the Lord didn't make Habakkuk wait for long. The Lord promises in his word that if we ask for wisdom, he will bring it. He promises that if we draw near to him, he will draw near to us. And this is exemplified through the story of Habakkuk. So I love that the Lord answered immediately. And he said, I'm going to bring you a revelation. Grab a pen and a paper. Well, at that time, it wasn't a pen and a paper. It was a tablet, which basically at that time was a big wooden slab. And he said, grab a tablet and write it down. And Habakkuk did, and he wrote the vision down that the Lord gave to him. Now, the reason this is important is because God brings us revelation. And sometimes in order to hear from him, we need to get away from the noise. We need to watch, wait, and pray to see what the Lord says. And then sometimes, if not all the time or often, I know for me it is very, very often, we need to write the revelation down. If I'm just praying and talking to the Lord, chances are I'm not going to remember 99% of what my prayer time was with the Lord. But when I write down my prayers with the Lord, when I write down my prayer time with the Lord, I get the revelation that I need. I get the wisdom that I need, the direction that I need. But then I can remember it because it's written down. So 2 days from now, when I probably have forgotten all the things the Lord said, I can go back to my journal and I can read what the Lord gave me. And that is what the Lord is telling us in Habakkuk. He says, write it down so that people passing by can grab a hold of it, so that people who read it will be able to grab a hold of it and they can be encouraged. They can be reminded of who God is and what God has promised. And then they'll be able to, go along with their daily life. So it's so important that we write down the revelation that God gives us. And when we sit in a place and we say, okay, God, what is the revelation that you have for me? He will just bring all kinds of stuff. And when you write it down, you'll get the clarity you need. You'll get the instruction you need. You'll get the direction that you need. You'll get the revelation that you need. So my encouragement today is, let's say a Habakkuk prayer. Let's go to our ramparts. So what is your rampart? Is it your prayer closet? Is it your couch? Is it your patio? Is it your car? Is it an actual location at a lake or a beach or a mountaintop? Go to your rampart, station yourself there, and watch and wait and pray and ask the Lord, what revelation do you have for me today? If you are in a difficult situation, if you are trying to manage just life, if you're trying to make a decision, whatever the case is, if you ask the Lord for revelation, he will bring it. And I'm going to encourage you and challenge you to write the revelation down, because you may need it later. And if you don't need it, somebody else might. So a lot of times when we write things, the Lord we'll use our own writing to encourage somebody else. And that is what we do at Heart Stance. We write the revelation God gives us, and then we share it so that it encourages and brings hope to other people. So again, I want to encourage you, go to your rampart, go to your place, spend time with the Lord, ask him for the revelation, write it down. And if you want more revelations with the Lord, if you want to understand a little bit more of how you can use writing to engage with the Lord and have a deeper relationship with him, and if you want to learn how to write from a place that's God inspired and to share those stories to encourage other people, then I'm going to invite you to join us with Heart Stance. We are having a Write Your Story experience. We call it experience because it's not really a class. It's not really a challenge. It's not a course. It really is an experience where you are engaging with the Lord, encountering the Lord, sitting with him, and you're doing it with the community of women who want to, engage with the Lord in the same way. So on September 21st, we are starting a Write Your Story experience. And it's a time where you will learn how to use writing as a devotion to God, plain and simple. So let me uncomplicate it. It's plain and simple, using your writing to engage and have a deeper devotion time with the Lord. And through that, if you write a story you want to share with people and with the world, then we welcome you to do that, and we'll give you resources to do that as well. We start on September 21st. It's $49 to join, which is not a lot of money at all. $49 to join. You get a workbook, you get live classes, you get coaching from myself and from Laura and some of our other Heart Stance partners. So you'll get lots of support, encouragement, and you'll get a community of women who are all wanting to sit with the Lord and engage with the Lord in this way as well. And, all seeking to understand how to write and have a deeper devotion with the Lord and how to write and share their stories with others. So if you want to join us, well, I invite you to join us. Again, that starts September 21st, $49. Click the link below to join. And for now, for today, I do again encourage you, grab your journal, go to your Rampart, and pray and ask the Lord for what revelation he has for you. And hey, if the revelation is to join our Write Your Story experience, that's great. We'd love to have you. If not, just stay tuned, because we're going to keep giving you these daily encouragements and these little daily tips and stories from the Bible on how you can deepen your relationship with the Lord. So I love you guys. God bless. Talk to you guys soon.